Should comfort really be our goal in life? Should comfort really be what we are chasing after? Because everyone wants to be comfortable. It feels good to be comfortable. But the reality is, when we are comfortable, we are not growing and we are not improving and we are not getting better. I came to a realization when I moved out of my hometown, away from my support system, and started a new life on my own. I realized that, well, one, it was a very uncomfortable process. Two, I was not only was it a very uncomfortable process, but it was within that span from then to now, I've probably experienced the most growth that I've ever experienced in my life. And I feel like that's because of the fact that I purposely put myself in a hyper uncomfortable situation and then just made myself figure it out on the fly. And this is why I believe that it is believed that children learn faster than adults. And I feel like that is because of the fact that children have less experience on earth. They have less time. They have less experience. They have a level of discomfort, mental discomfort, that we don't have because we approach everything with a bias. We approach everything that we're coming to learn with a bias of of past things that we've learned and so on and so forth. But when a child is approaching something, they're coming at it from a level of complete ambiguity. And that is an uncomfortable experience. Whether it be exciting or scary, it's not this state of comfort. And I believe that is one of the reasons why children seem to learn faster than adults. However, in my experience of just sheer putting myself through a lot of discomfort, I've realized that comfort, as good as it feels, it doesn't feel good for very long. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Imagine you are just in the most comfortable bed that you could possibly be in. I mean, the sheets are hand woven by the gods. It has the headboard has muscular arms coming out that are just massaging, deep tissue massaging your shoulders, and the pillows are clouds scented with lavender, and it's just the most comfortable bed ever. Now, for a lot of people, this sounds like heaven. It sounds like what heaven would be like. But in actuality, this is hell. You see, as good as comfort feels, it prevents action. It prevents humans from acting. And when humans don't act, humans get fat. I just coined that on the spot. When humans don't act, humans get fat. And that's a fact. Because think of it, this bed is so comfortable that you won't even get up to eat. You won't leave that bed for anything. and thus you'll starve to death. You'll starve to death in the hands and the arms of comfort. You see, there's so many things about the universe that are dichotomies, that are contradictory or ironic. It seems like the things that call out to us the most, the things that prey on our animalistic desires like pleasure, comfort, they usually tend to negatively impact us in the long term. Think of how addicting it is to consume sugar, yet it is obviously not good for our health. Think of a lot of things that we have to use discipline to not partake in. Drugs, alcohol, all these things produce a very feel good feeling in our bodies that we have to avoid, because we know that these things have a negative long-term impact on us. And comfort is the same way. See, the more comfortable you are in life, the less you strive, the less you move, the less ambition you have, the less you grow. Exercise is literally manufacturing discomfort to force your body to grow. That's all exercise is. It's manufacturing discomfort to force the body to grow. And so that's why we need to start forming a different relationship with discomfort in our lives. We need to start forming a different relationship with discomfort and a different relationship with comfort. Because like I said, ever since I moved out of my hometown, away from my support system and away from the people that I knew, the people that I was comfortable with, and into a city where I knew no one, the discomfort levels were so high, but it is exactly what I needed to do to get to where I'm trying to go, because that discomfort was an extreme catalyst for my rapid growth over the years, ever since I made that move. And to this day, I'm still very uncomfortable. But the difference is now, when I feel discomfort, I'm able to extract a little bit of comfort from the discomfort, because I know that this discomfort means that I am growing, and it means that I am not staying stagnant, and it means that I'm making gains, and it means that I'm fulfilling my desires. I'm actually going for the things that I want, and I'm not just talking about it and praying about it. So I encourage you to put a magnifying glass over your life and really decide, really figure out whether you feel what you're feeling is comfort or discomfort. And if you're really comfortable in life, I'm not going to say comfort is just a completely bad thing, because at the end of the day, a lot of the reason why we work so hard and we're so ambitious is because we want a sense of comfort. We want a sense of stability, and we want to be able to live a more meaningful life. So if you've made it, I mean, even at the end of the day, I feel like if you've made it, you can still manufacture discomfort in a lot of ways by learning new languages, getting in shape, traveling the world, doing all types of things to help you grow in other ways. So you're always going to be manufacturing discomfort in your life. So I'm not saying that comfort is just completely the enemy. But what I am saying is that it's very easy to remain in the comfort zone of a place that you don't necessarily want to be in it. You know you want more. You know you want to do more with your life, but because you've gotten to a place that is comfortable and familiar, you are okay with it. But the thing is, what that does now is that it does this ironic thing that makes you very uncomfortable in your comfort zone. When we are comfortable, we stop growing. And when we stop growing, we start dying. So discomfort is actually a catalyst for keeping us alive. So what happens in the comfort zone is you become physically comfortable, but because your spirit knows that you are dying because you are not growing, you become spiritually, emotionally, and mentally uncomfortable. So you become uncomfortable inside of the comfort zone. And what that means is, regardless of what you do with your life, regardless of where you are, regardless of whether you seek discomfort or you curl up under the covers of your comfort zone, discomfort and adversity are inevitable. It's either you experience it in the comfort zone in the form of anxiety, depression, and just spiritual unrest, or you experience that adversity, that discomfort, actually going for the things you want, putting yourself out there, doing the things that you're afraid to do, taking the risks that you know will get you closer to where you want to be, but you're too afraid to take them. So I urge you, change your relationship with discomfort and change your relationship with comfort. Reframe it. Understand that when you are uncomfortable, you are actually getting closer to the life that you truly desire. You are actually moving in that direction. You should be more worried if you feel comfortable, because if you feel comfortable, then you're not making that progress. And even if you are, you might be making progress in a direction that you don't necessarily want to. So if you enjoyed today's podcast episode, give it a like, comment what your thoughts are, and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. Also, you can subscribe to the free email newsletter with the sign up link in the description below. Have a beautiful rest of your day and stay great. Peace.